Hi, welcome to the next episode of the Naria Lemaire Show, and I'm your host, Naria. For those of you who are new, welcome, and I'm a registered dietitian who specializes in weight management, gut health, and overall wellness. Today's episode is all about how we often punish our bodies. How many times have you or someone you know said, we earned this burger from a workout or we earned that cookie? Today, we're going to be talking about how we often use physical activity as a form of punishment. So let's get into it. Now, as usual, we're going to start with the story, and this is going to be one from my personal experience years ago. One of the biggest things I remember when I was maybe 16, 18 or so is having that connection of, I have to work out. I have to endure this workout today because I had that burger yesterday, or I had a donut yesterday, or I had 5 tacos yesterday, whatever it was. I remember thinking, I have to do this today. I have to do this today. Did I enjoy the workouts? Very much no, I do not. And even when I would seek advice from the trainers at these gyms, that's one of the biggest things I would hear is, hey, in order to burn that burger, you have to work out for 2 hours. In order to burn that cookie, you have to work out for this amount of time. And if you don't want to work out for that amount of time, just don't have the cookie, and that way everything is done. But as a human, like, I want cookies, I want tacos, I want all that stuff. That can negatively affect someone's quality of life of all of the foods that have been removed or that are advised to be removed. So what I did is that during the times I did the diet cycling, is all these foods were removed, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is literally the worst. Like, if this is what healthy looks like, this is the worst. Maybe my clothes fit better, but I'm just not happy. I'm not happy with the food selections. I'm not happy that I have to go to the gym all the time. I am not happy. Now, friends, does that sound like it was a healthy relationship with food or with my body and physical activity? Does it sound like a form of punishment? Um, to me, it does. To me, it does. Now, that is, it's oversimplifying the process when you think of, I need to go to the gym and it's going to burn this amount of calories. It's very much oversimplifying the process and can really lead to, again, an unhealthy relationship with food and even eating disorders. I see it all the time, and it's something that it really breaks my heart to see that it just happens to so many people. I know often we go on Google and we do the searches, how many calories here, how long should I work out to burn this? But guys, I know we see this a lot on TikTok. Google can't replace a degree. Friends, Google is not a degree replacer. It's something that may start your journey or kind of like your understanding of something, but to act on those things and take it as this is what I should be doing, it definitely not recommendable. Definitely not recommendable. Now, during that time, I remember thinking there has to be a different way. There has to be a different way, but no one would tell me a different way. How many people did I ask? Way too many people that were supposed to be quote unquote nutritionists or fitness people, gym people. I asked too many people, and I always had the same answer to where I'm thinking, this has to be it, but I'm just not happy. And when I would talk to certain people or hear people who were maybe a little bit older in their 30s and 40s who've been working out for an X period of time, I would hear that they would be able to add certain foods, or they worked out for a short period of time and they were happy. They didn't have to work out because they went to the taco shop. And I'm thinking, like, that's totally outside of what I have heard. What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Guys, the confusion led me to become a registered dietitian. That is really the end of it there. Now, what should we be focusing on? When we think of the gym and food, what should we be focusing on? Should we be thinking about, okay, let's start with what's the good food, what's the bad food? No, X right now, just stop right now. Again, for the millionth time. If I have to say this in every episode, I will. There is no good food, there is no bad food, all in moderation. All in moderation. But remember, with physical activity, it should not be used as a form of punishment. Your body did not do anything wrong to you. And if anything, your body is for you. If you've heard my other episodes, you know your body is literally trying to keep you alive. It is team you. So for you to punish your body that is literally just completely team you, something that should really be reconsidered. When you think of physical activity and your body, think of how can it benefit my body. Now, the benefits are delayed, the delayed gratification of working out. So many individuals work out and say, oh, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. Why aren't I seeing results? I've been doing it for 10 years. 3 weeks is a wonderful start. But friends, I can tell you, it's a delayed gratification. But during the days that you do work out, knowing that those visible results, in a sense, are going to be in time, those days that you only focus on working out, it helps improve your mood. You become a happier person to be around. It really does. It helps build your confidence when you see you're getting stronger. Those are the day to day, but the long term, you have to wait over time to see those changes of the muscle growth and so forth. So when you're thinking of physical activity, just start, do something fun. I'm not sure who made the rule of if you work out, it has to be boring and dreadful, because it definitely doesn't. Think of things that you like to do. If you have your family, try to add them to your activities. If you can't go outside of the home, create a little area inside your house. It doesn't have to be a whole garage or a whole system. Just start. The biggest thing, just start. If you don't have any equipment, it doesn't matter. Go on YouTube. How many free videos are on YouTube? Search for different videos until you find something you like. Weight training, Pilates, um, hit workouts, get a treadmill, get a Stairmaster, get something that you enjoy and works for your schedule. When you're creating these healthy habits of adding physical activity, think of something that's going to work long term. Think of something that you enjoy, something that will not be seen as a form of punishment. I think more of, I'm doing this to help my body get stronger. So when I get older, I'm not, oh, I feel this way. I can't carry this. I'm in pain. Often that happens because individuals just don't have enough lean body mass. And what happens is they just weren't working on it for an X period of time. It's something that's over years. It's not, I didn't work out for a year, this happened. It's most likely that you haven't been doing it for 5, 10 plus, or never, that now that you're older, you're experiencing these things. So today, work on one thing, even if it's finding a 5-minute YouTube video, but make sure it fits into your schedule, not the other way around. You have, we have what's called non negotiables. If you have kids, you know you have to take care of them. If you have pets, you know you have to walk them. You know you have to do these things. So if you know you can't leave the house, what's going to be the option? Just, I can't leave the house because there's kids, or it's cold outside, so I'm not going to work out, or it's too hot outside. There's always going to be excuses why not to. But I want you to always find a reason why you should work out and do something you enjoy. So when you are doing it, you're having some fun and you're seeing, again, you're feeling those benefits there. For me personally, I love to do weight training. It makes me feel a lot stronger. I love to do hit workouts. It's a love-hate relationship with that. I'm not gonna lie. It's a love-hate relationship because at the end I'm like, okay, I'm proud that I was able to do all those jumps, but during the workout I'm just like crying in my brain. But it makes me feel good. So again, it's like a love-hate relationship. Sometimes you're gonna have to have that with some of your workouts, but you want to be able to do something you enjoy. When I work out, I don't, now moving forward to now I don't think of, oh, I had that cookie yesterday, I have to burn 500 calories. No, if I burn 200 calories weight training, I'm 1,000% good with that. I'm working on the long term results. I'm in it for the long run here. So not focusing on those calories, just picking workouts that you enjoy and that work for your schedule. With your relationship with food, of course, again, there's going to be connections with how much protein, how much lean body mass, carbs, your energy levels? Are you doing cardiovascular activities? Of course, there's a connection there, but seeing more of a wholesome diet of I need adequate protein to build the muscle here. I need these carbs to give me that energy for my run or my HIIT workout or whatever cardiovascular activity you're doing. But developing this relationship does take time. I was just talking to a client about this the other day, and she was saying, "Hey, you know, it's very much easier said than done. I know that you're saying this, Naria, but it's very difficult for me to disconnect the burning of 500 calories to food. It's very difficult with me for me. But what I see is for those individuals that continue to work on this, continue to work on changing their mindset, they get to the point that they start to separate it to where I'm working out for the long term benefits and I'm fueling my body in itself. I know how the composition of my plate should look like, period. I know that maybe if I'm doing more strength training, if I'm working on getting more lean body mass, I know in general, of course, I need that protein, an adequate amount of protein. I know if I'm training for a marathon, I'm going to really focus on those carbs on those training days, but I run because I have fun. I enjoy it. Or I'm going to the gym because I enjoy it. But going to the gym for 2 hours just as a form of punishment, it's not okay. Or avoiding eating something that you've been craving for the longest time, it's not okay. If you want a burger, have the burger, have a ball and just let it be. But don't dread over it. Oh, I had the burger and I had cheese and I had the bread. Friends, enjoy the burger. It's fun. The burger did nothing, but make sure you disconnect them to where you're thinking, I'm doing this for my body to feel stronger for the long term game, and I'm having improving my relationship with food. And yes, again, it takes time to change this mindset, but I can tell you that it's worth it. You feel like a big relief from your shoulders versus before where I would not have a healthy relationship with food and work out all the time as again a form of punishment for because I was eating something. It was very much a stressful thing because how many times do we eat? Like most of us eat 3 times a day plus snacks. Some I know you guys, some of you eat once, twice a day plus snacks. The point is we're eating and munching all day. So if you're always thinking about should I eat this? Is this bad? Is this bad? Is this good? Is this good? I feel bad. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh, I feel guilty. Workout. That in itself causes a lot of stress to your mind. And if your mind is stressed, guess what that's connected to? Your gut. And if your gut is stressed, that's going to dictate so much of your health. Friends, that's a whole other episode, but hey, if you're here, let me just briefly say there's a massive connection between stress, anxiety, and your gut. And if you have especially chronic anxiety or stress, your gut's probably not happy, and that's going to dictate your risk for a lot of chronic health conditions and your mood, of course, right? So, and again, that's another episode which I'll work on, and I've touched on that before. But for today, I really want you to consider, are you punishing your body because you've been eating certain foods or you've ate foods or you just went on vacation or the holidays just came and you're like, I'm going to hit the gym hard because of this food? Is that how you have your relationship at this time? And how do you feel about it? Often we don't know that we're using these things as a form of punishment because it's such a norm. We hear everyone doing it. And if our whole circle is doing it and they're saying it's okay, and the social media saying it's okay, then we're going to feel like there's nothing wrong with it. So if this is the first time you hear it from a registered dietitian, I'm telling you that is not a healthy relationship with your own body. When you work out, you should be working out for long-term benefits and for again, the short term, which would be again your mood and then a confidence booster. Period. When you think about food, think about how should that be in regards to the food composition in your plate, how much protein, carbs, fats, and so forth together. When you work on them individually together, they can be a big game changer. But think, am I working out as a punishment? Am I working out? Why am I working out? Am I doing things I enjoy? Do things you enjoy. Have fun with it. Again, for me, strength training, I do paddle boarding. I have a ball with my friends paddle boarding. I'll do kayaking here and there, but I definitely like paddle boarding more. hits here and there. That love hate relationship I talked about, I meant that. I don't like to run. You're not gonna find me running. So if I had to run, I would just stop the whole thing. Stop the whole thing. Make sure that when you're working on your physical activity regimen, that it's something again that you enjoy and that works for your schedule. Fit healthy into your life. That way you're more likely to continue to do it. It's not a 30-day thing. It's not a 90-day thing. It's a how am I going to do this until I die? Period. So, friends, comment below or send me a message, narialamere@gmail.com, and tell me how your relationship with your body is in regards to the physical activity and how is your relationship with food. Are you healing those relationships? Maybe you weren't aware before that you were doing this, and this maybe brought some light. But comment. I love to hear your comments. Till next time, bye, friends. And don't forget to subscribe.